It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, relative to last season, their record at this point, not quite up to par. They're looking for answers, looking for improvement as the season continues. And with a few moments here, we've seen a lot of coaching turnover. When you played, Shaq, what did you like in a coach, and what set the good ones apart?
Well, every diamond's a flavor. What's up?
What's up, man? Good to see you.
How's the family? CC good?
Yeah, she's good. They're all good. Nice knowing you have family to have your back all the time.
For sure. Got to keep that support system in place. Makes a big difference over a long season. Good luck tonight, man.
Thanks, man. Hey, you know we're taking this one, right?
Not a chance, freak.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Pelicans make the trip in for this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And back. And it's Doc in for Bradley. The Pelicans also changing it up. Omer Asik, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. And Gordon subbed in for Anderson. So the Pelican five right now. Davis and Asik in the middle. Holiday and Evans comprise the backcourt. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. 6 on the shot clock. The wide open look here for Holiday. Gets a very good look and converts.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, I was able to speak with Alvin Gentry for just a moment. With this being their first meeting of the year, he stressed to his team to rely on their instincts on the offensive end, saying, we do a good job of finding soft spots in defenses and not forcing anything. As long as we can continue doing that here, we'll be in good shape. We'll see if that holds true, guys.
Good report, Doris. Well said. Thanks. Hey, an interesting thing to address before the game.
And clearly, the coach has been hammering home the point to his guys that good shot selection is absolutely key.
And I don't think you can ever overemphasize that point. I mean, intelligent basketball is about being selective with your shots. And I think that's what will win the game for him.
And he knocks down the first one. Some changes for New Orleans. Vasquez comes in for Tyreke Evans. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. And both free throws good for Thomas.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Gordon kicks to Davis. The pass to Vasquez. Davis sets a screen. Vasquez, that's good. Vasquez has got his first points in this one.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Doherty, the screen. Got the pass to Doherty. That one a little long.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
The shot's good from Dom. And Freaks agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives, how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step. And Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it. So that shouldn't come as any surprise.
Screen by Asik. And Augustine kicks to Davis. Rebounded by Doc.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
And so lots of... And one of the rising stars in the NBA is Anthony Davis. Is off.
A lot of face-ups,
Well, I tell you, you could be here an awfully long time if we're going to list all the different moves Anthony Davis can hurt you with.
Yeah, the brow definitely has the full toolkit available to him, and I say that affectionately. Tools a lot of guys don't learn to use until much later in their careers, Kevin.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
They seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Ryan Anderson out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Tyreek Evans. Then it's Norris Cole. And it's Ajinça in at the 5, roaming the paint. Boston trailing. Here is Doc. Picked by Zeller. Here's Crowder. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And both free throws good from Crowder. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Evans dishes to Ajinça. Evans outside. Here's Davis. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Picked by Lee. To the paint. Pass to Crowder. High post try. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Crowder's got the lead up to 1 now for the Celtics. To the inside, Davis. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Lee goes in, can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
Ajinça the pass to Evans. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Here's Davis. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And then in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. For Boston, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. And that one falls for Zeller. Some changes for Boston. Doherty's checked in for Lee, and Bradley's subbed in for Marcus Smart. New Orleans also making some changes. Ashik comes in for Anthony Davis, and it's Holiday in for Cole.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Evans outside. There's the screen. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. For the New Orleans Pelicans, their last game a loss to the Raptors in Toronto.
And really, I just felt like they didn't compete, particularly on the backboard. Probably their weakest area in that game.
Well, they weren't doing their work early. They weren't carving out space for themselves under the glass. And guys just weren't working hard enough in my estimation.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against Boston. New Orleans shooting their first free throws of this.
And the season ago, they hit about 75% of their.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far.
Yes, guys, I'm here.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency.
Pelicans leading by 4. Doc, he's in at point guard. Zeller is out there with David Lee. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Smart in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. And that one's good by Davis.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here is Doc, guarded by Holiday. Inside, Lee gets the bucket.
Big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. Davis sets a screen. There's the pick. Clock at 6. Here's Evans. And the 3 ball is good. Evans has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here is Doc, guarded by Holiday.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away, Clark, at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
And that's what he's out there for, guys. I mean, he is an electrifying player, no doubt.
Davis setting the pick for Evans. Free throw line jump shot, and good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Evans has got the lead up to 7 now for New Orleans. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Lee. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, let's take a look at last year's top scorer. Anthony Davis, 3rd.
And looking back, his points per game really underscored the fact that he never took a game off. I mean, one special performance after another all season long.
And the first one drops. Boston making some changes. Doherty comes in for Tyler Zeller. And it's Barnes in for Jay Crowder. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Ashik, he's checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Gordon comes in for Anderson. Vasquez, he's checked in for Tyreek Evans. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Drew Holiday. Augustine dishes to Gordon. Davis, the pass to Vasquez. The feed now to Augustine. Here's Davis. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
Smart kicks to Doherty. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Doherty's got 6.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Dishes it to Davis. Davis sets a screen. Boston making some changes. Olenek, he's checked in for Lee, and Bradley subbed in for Barnes. 1:46 left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Ashik. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ashik's got his second basket.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
Good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Gordon's got the lead back up to 7 now for the Pelicans. Here is Doc, headed by Augustine. Kicks it out to Bradley. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. Bradley's got 4 points this quarter. Now Augustine, 5 points in the game. He kicks to Davis. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That one on Olynyk.
How about Anthony Davis in this one? He has 11 points, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Pelicans shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And the Celtics making it. And for the Celtics, Lee's checked in for Doherty. Barnes comes in for Avery Bradley. And it's Doc in for Isaiah Thomas. New Orleans also making some changes. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Asha. And Cole subbed in for Anthony Davis. So the Pelican 5 right now. We've got Alexis Ajinça. Vasquez out there with Gordon. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Cole in at the 1.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Anderson dishes to Ajinça. Feeds to Augustine. And the officials call a traveling violation. Here's Doc. No good. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. And in the win.
Tyreek, obviously a night.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Anthony Davis. And that brings
Guys, huddle up. We're going to run 35 for a while. Let's go. Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, fellas, good practice. I need that same intensity out here consistently. The coaching staff will be around if you need anything.
Left side held. Shooting. Here we go. Blue. Skip. Stay. Who's got ball? Ball. Side. Watch it. Up top. Turn up. Here we go. Top. Ball.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the lead. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Boston Celtics in Boston. Looking at Boston, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. And Kenny, part of the early season is about making adjustments. For some, it's new personnel. For others, it's getting situated in a new city and a new arena. Tell us a little bit about that process.
Well, you know, players and coaches have been together for a while. they have the huge advantage because they know what to expect and they know the process.
I've gone through large changes in my career. Each day you just try to get a little better as a team, and you hope by the end it works out.
Joining us courtside, a guy who's always in mid-season form, Kevin Harlan.
And we're here in Boston, Massachusetts. What a gorgeous, beautiful setting. Lovely twilight view of downtown Boston. It's the home of the Celtics here in Boston as 2K Sports brings you today's action live. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Celtics are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Boston before heading out on the road. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, the record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
This is a special.
Boston's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Doherty, the screen, pass to Barnes. Out to the right wing. And Doherty kicks to Smart. Now the pass to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Nuggets.
Yeah, and the second chance points, guys, mean a lot over the course of a game. And they just had so few opportunities. And I think that was their Achilles heel.
Yeah, I agree. Hard to win games when every offensive possession is one shot, then a jog back the other way to play defense.
Doherty, the screen. There's a screen. Passes it to Smart. Feeds it to Olynyk. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Boston shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And the second free throw, good. 1:24 left in the first quarter. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Budenholzer. After taking the first matchup with them, he wants his team to be even more assertive on the offensive end. He told me, I feel we can have our way on offense. Get them into matchups that they don't like and find points that way. It's what helped in our first meeting. Let's see if they can do it again here, guys.
Appreciate the report, Doris. And guys, how does their offensive strategy fit into this matchup?
I think it should make for an entertaining game. I love hearing coaches say their focus is on offense. That usually means we can expect some fireworks.
Yeah, and I know the fans love to hear that too. Just as I do, I love seeing some high-octane offense. I think it's bound to be a game played at a brisk pace.
Splitter, that's good.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Here is Doc. His last outing, he had 8 points. Inside, off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. Olynyk's got 5 points so far.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Schroeder, and it's denied. Here's Smart. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Celtics have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. No good on that one. Marcus Smart. He's off on the second. Well, up to this point, he's checked in for Zeller. Olynyk comes in for David Lee. And it's Doc in for Bradley. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Schroeder's checked in. Doc, he's in at shooting guard. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Doherty. Then it's Thomas. And it's Crowder in at the small forward. That's the Boston 5. That's good from Schroeder.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Schroeder hits them both. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Doc. Second chance shot. It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Doherty.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Millsap. Right now, let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. The 4th spot held by the Hawks.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Boston making a switch here. Smart's checked in, and the Hawks making a change here as well. Splitter's checked in. Now here's Crowder. Millsap covering. 6 to shoot. The Celtics need to get a shot off. And count it. 3-pointer good, and the shot come down. Doc's got his first 3 points of the game. Tries from 10. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Horford's got the game tied up here for Atlanta. Here is Doc. He's guarded by Schroeder. It's rebounded by Schroeder.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Splitter dishes to Schroeder, and again it's Atlanta.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Boston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Here is Doc. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. And stolen by Splitter. Here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. Millsap kicks it over to Schroeder. To the middle. Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
You can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific. And I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
It's still early on in the new basketball season for Atlanta. Here's where they sit in the NBA stats. Second in assists, second in field goal percentage. And they're also ranked number 3 in scoring points off turnovers. They really rely on their defense to create offense for them.
And let's go back to their assists for a second. When you're sharing the ball like they have, I think it really builds chemistry and trust. This is a group that really plays for each other.
Pass to Doc. It's deflected. Stolen by Holiday. Now here's Schroeder. He's covered closely. Lets a floater go. He lays it in. Schroeder's got 10.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Here is Doc. He has 5. Doherty, the screen. Here is Doc. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! Gotta have big-time nerves to hit a shot like that at the buzzer.
Tie game in Boston. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Really an incredible game. New group in for the Celtics. Doherty, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Kelly Olynyk comes in for Lee. Matt Barnes is checked in for Jay Crowder. And it's Doc in for Avery Bradley. Atlanta also making some changes here. Splitter is checked in for Horford. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Wright. And so in the game for the Hawks, Horford at the 3 with Paul Millsap at the 4. Teague out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Splitter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the basket by Olynyk.
was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Splitter sets a screen. Here's Schroeder. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Schroeder's got 14 points.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Thomas up top. Guarded by Schroeder.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage, even though it was all over him.
For the lead. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Smart's checked in for Thomas. Atlanta also making some changes here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Millsap. Hardaway comes in for Kyle Korver. And Justin Holiday subbed in for T. Doherty the screen. Kicks it to Olynyk. 6 on the shot clock. Smart wide open. He fired. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
There's the feed to Splitter. And stolen by Doherty. Hardaway against Barnes. Here's Olynyk. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. Shooter passes to Hardaway. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Hardaway has got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Now here's Smart, guarded by Holiday. Shot clock at 5. No good from Doc. The Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Left side, Hardaway.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Boston. Hardaway hits them both. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Doc, it's blocked. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Count the bucket. Hardaway has got 6 here in this quarter.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. He feeds it to Muscala. He kicks it to Schroeder. No good with the triple. Crowder, the pass to Doc. There's the 3. No good. Now here's Schroeder. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back the fourth quarter. He's checked in for Thomas. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitter's checked in for Millsap. Justin Holiday comes in for Wright. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. Doc, he's in at the point. David Lee is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Avery Bradley. And it's Zeller in at the center, locking down the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Horford, no luck. Celtics trail by 5. Now the dish to Crowder. Holiday with the block. Horford kicks to Splitter. 1:09 left in the fourth quarter. Splitter passes to Horford. Nice shot from the wing. Horford's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've gotten out in transition.
Here's Lee. Al Horford with the rebound.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Shot from 6. No luck. And the Celtics going the other way now.
This game's finally gotten away from them.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Boston, no good that time either. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
And Atlanta has possession. And here's Korver.
Boston foul call. That's his second personal foul.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. He's able to hit the second one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Here's Tuck. Offline. And so the Hawks take the win.
Well, Al, Coach meant
The 2K Sports postgame.
Jeff T.
Are you getting the ball as much as you'd like out there?
That kind of thing doesn't matter to me. As long as we're winning games, I don't care how much I have the ball in my hands. I really don't. The team comes first. You know that.
How's your relationship with the coaching staff? Are the rumors of friction accurate?
Friction? Look, there's no friction here. I don't know where you're getting your information, but I've got a great relationship with the coaching staff here. A lot of respect for Coach, too. Anything else you think you're hearing is 100% false.
I saw your longtime girlfriend, Yvette Mendenhall, was in attendance at the game today. So when are you gonna get her a ring?
Whoa. I didn't know we were gonna get all personal up in here tonight. If there's anything I learned after my first season in the NBA, is that it's best to keep my personal life private. So that's what I'm gonna do. Me and Yvette are happy, just like we've always been. She means the world to me, and that's all I'm gonna say. All right, I'm out.
All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, everyone, we obviously need to be better in the open court with the ball. Let's set up in 63. Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the... Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the Boston Celtics. Well, for Boston, they went 2-0 against this team last season, looking to continue that string of victories tonight. One of the fun players to watch tonight, Isaiah Thomas. He was the last player selected from his draft class of 2011. But, Shaq, I bet GMs want a redo on that one.
We're in Salt Lake City, Utah, where the Jazz are looking to take one from an Eastern Conference opponent here at the Energy Solutions Arena. This road trip for the Celtics kicking things off.
Freak.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. On the floor for Boston. Doc, he's in at the point. David Lee is out there with Zeller. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Bradley in at the two-guard spot. For Utah, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement, so that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Celtics trail by 8. Unloads from 13. The offensive rebound. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
The Celtics shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Burke kicks to Hayward. Dishes to Favors. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Favors got his first points in this one. Here is Doc. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Zeller. Rebound, Utah. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that one got away from them, because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheets, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
Pick by Zeller. Pass to Crowder. To the left side wing. Here's Lee. Great D that time from Favors.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Favors with the screen. Burke dishes to Favors. Lee with the steal. To the left side wing. Lets the 3 fly. And count it. 3-pointer good on the shot from Doc. Doc's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Jazz passing it around. Here's Burke. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 1:25 left here in the opening quarter. There's the pass to Zeller. It's stolen by Gobert. Now here's Burke. He's coming off a 13-point game against New Orleans. Exum with it. Now defended by Doc. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness. I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Doherty's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Jared Sullinger comes in for Lee. And Smart subbed in for Avery Bradley. The dish to Doherty. Out to the right wing. Doherty, the screen. Here's Smart. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Pass to Ingles. There's a good screen. Nato. A stupendous finish in traffic.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sullinger. That's tipped. The feed to Ingles. There's 14 seconds left in the first. Exum with it. Sullinger picks him up. To the inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Both shots good from the stripe. 5 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Doc. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And an overpowering first quarter effort. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
Yeah, I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is to how far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor.
Utah ends up going with the new group. Some changes for Boston. Celtics trail by 13. Favors and Gobert are the shot-blocking duo inside. Exum and Hayward filling at the 2 and the 3. And it's Burke in at the point guard. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz.
They're absolutely stroking it from outside. I mean, textbook perfect. Good balance, nice high release, splash.
For the 3. No good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Oh, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation. And they paid a big price for it.
Jake Crowder's checked in for David Lee. Utah leading by 10. Exum kicks to Favors. Hayward outside. Shot clock at 5. Tries from 16. That's good.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Celtics trail by 12. Passes it to Zeller. Rebounded by Exum.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
How did he manage to change his shot midair?
Boston's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Picked by Zeller. Knocked the pass to Olynyk to the paint. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That's on Dante Exum. Boston shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. Burke with it. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Gobert dishes to Hayward. Just 5 to shoot. With the teardrop. Got a hand on it. And here's Crowder. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. From 13, Gobert with the block. And he gets it back. Exum, no good on that last second attempt there. That'll do it for the first half. Utah out in front. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Boy, it's been a great game for Exum tonight. 9 points. He's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is excellent.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. A look at Chicago. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the Celtics, 7 games back.
And when you look at Boston, they had the kind of hot and cold start that we've kind of come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of a breakout season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, Greg, they can start to break out of that pack.
Thomas goes in. The 11-footer got a piece of it. They recover it. And with that, the Jazz lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Doherty. Nato. Second shot opportunity. It's tipped, but they recover it. And the shot goes in from Cotton. 1:30 left to play in the third. Here's Sullinger, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Nato, he's guarded by Thomas. Sullinger with the rebound. Celtics trail by 11. 58 seconds left here in the third quarter. Thomas, no good.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Here's Ingles. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Ingles has got 4 points in the quarter.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
The shot by Sullinger, wide open. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Wow, and how huge has he been today? Really just giving his team a nice lift.
Yeah, and he's kept them close enough to be within striking range. I mean, the deficit would be much larger if not for the efficiency of his play.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Outside Thomas. He kicks it to Sullinger. 5 on the clock. Can't get it to go.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
And as we end. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. So it's the Jazz now. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Utah, Exum and Hayward filling at the 2 and the 3. Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. And it's Berg in at the 1. Celtics trail by 15. Here is Doc. He dishes it to Smart.
Sticking too much.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Utah leading by 13. Now Exum. Here's Burke. Off target with his 3. Now here's Smart. Not a lot of room. The quick look, no good that time.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Hayward with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Nice ball movement by Utah. Just 5 to shoot. Hayward from outside. And good on the basket. Hooking. And the Jazz lead by 16.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel. That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Burke kicks to Favors. Now here's Burke. It's blocked, but they'll get another chance. And that one's good by Favors. Celtics trail by 16. Kicks it to Lee. 14 feet away, and another basket for Boston.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Burke, the pass to Favors. The shot from 20 feet away. That one off the back iron and out.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Jazz leading by 14. Burke dishes to Gobert, and he gets it to go.
Lovely dish by Columbus's own Trey Burke.
Boston making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Utah.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
They retain possession. He feeds it to Lee. Doc the pass to Zeller. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. That's good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Favors with the screen. They set the pick. Hayward goes in, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. And the Jazz lead by 17.
On the defensive end, I want some of you to crash the glass and get control of the ball. The rest of you, leak out so we can get some easy transition points.
Thomas checked in for Boston. And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. It was a tail.
Hi, Kevin. Derek, what were the points?
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome, Gordon Hayward.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson. And Memphis is where we'll be going just moments from now, as the Grizzlies will be going up against the Boston Celtics. Looking at Boston, in comparison to where they were record-wise at this point last season, it seems they've taken a step backwards. They're trying to make up that ground. And with some time here to spare, let's talk leadership in the NBA. Kenny, who would you say are the best leaders on the floor in the league?
Wow. Well, obviously,
the Grizzlies look to take charge at the FedEx Forum, and we're going to bring it to you live from Memphis, Tennessee. Celtics swing into this game as here. White, he's checked in for Gasol. Jarnell Stokes comes in for Mike Scott. Wesley Johnson's checked in for Jeff Green. And it's Jordan Adams in for Allen. The Celtics also changing it up. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Marcus Smart comes in for Crowder. And it's Doc in for Isaiah Thomas. On the floor for Boston, Doc in at point guard. Jared Sullinger is out there with David Lee. Then there's Smart, and it's Ware in at the small forward spot. Adams' shot is good.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here, Greg. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Now the dish to Sullinger. Fades. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And so here's Memphis. 8-point game. Coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And Kevin, you know, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
Stokes can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Celtics passing it around. Smart wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I briefly spoke with Dave Yeager. He said one of the key points for them defensively will be limiting the production of David Lee, adding he's a guy who can score inside and out, plays with great energy, and his passing really opens up their whole offense. We've got to keep him off the glass and always see ball and man when he's got it. Basketball 101, Kevin. We'll see if they can execute.
All right, Doris.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. Doherty, he's checked in for Sullinger. He's off on the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Shot from the low block. And it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got 5 points so far.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early. It's still early on in the season, Kevin, but let's take some time to look at where the Celtics sit right now. First in lowest turnovers a game. First in opponent points per game. And when we look at the free throw shooting numbers, not very strong. Top 20 in the league. That begs for improvement.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
And the Celtics making a change here. Olynyk's checked in. They set the pick. And Wright kicks to Adams. Rebound, Boston. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Olynyk, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that.
And the Grizz Grizzlies, a team that's dealt with their share of tough playoff losses. But, you know, you talked to point guard Mike Conley, and as he told us before the game, he still feels a championship is within reach.
We feel like we're a team that's...
One big reason why not them is what happened to Conley. Greg losing him in the playoffs last year was the biggest adversity they went through. Can you make a case that it just made them tougher, or did it really take something out of them?
You know, Kevin, it's really hard to say. A tough break, obviously, losing Mike, and I mean that literally as well. But their problems did set them back, and maybe they can be just as good as anybody else, but until they are, they're going to have some issues.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You know what? They're dominating on the backboards. They have controlled the paint thus far.
Flexing their muscles down low, and they've limited second chances too, guys.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Scott is out there with Green, and it's Gasol, and at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Olynyk sets a screen for Thomas, and there's the feed to Olynyk. He used that pick to get in close.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that.
Allen kicks to Conley. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Green, no luck. Celtics trail by 10. Doc the pass to Zeller. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Zeller's got his first bucket in this one.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. The strategy included running the offense through Thomas. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. They're not going to wait for halftime. They want those adjustments to have an impact right away. Over to you, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. And pushing it up, here's Boston. It's stolen by Adams. Down low, and the wide open shot from Green. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Green's got 4 this quarter.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Picked by Zeller. Thomas dishes to Zeller. And that one's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
This all setting the pick for Green. Pass to Scott. Releases from 15. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Scott's got 11 points.
An open jump shot there, and their D not putting up any resistance today.
Here's Thomas. Here's Zeller. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Zeller's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. There's the screen. And Adams kicks to Allen. Now it's Thomas running. He can go all the way. It's stolen by Adams. Outside, Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. And so that's the end of the first half. Second half beginning in just a moment. Nice game. Great performance by Isaiah Thomas.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
On the floor for Boston, David Lee is out there with Jay Crowder. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. Then it's Zeller, and it's Weir in at the 2 spot. It's Gasol missing.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job.
He's checked in for Boston. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Conley kicks to Scott. Memphis moving it around. Allen drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Allen's got 6 points.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.